I'm Roger Wood for Work Opportunities Unlimited with another in our series, Sounds of Success. True stories of how our valued teammates have created success in the workplace every day. Lee Walker works in one of the most physical of occupations. He coaches high school basketball. But Lee was born with one of the most physical of challenges. The 36-year-old Rhode Island man was born with cerebral palsy. For Lee, that means utilizing a wheelchair. How he wound up as assistant coach at East Greenwich High is a story that begins with his own determination and the dedication of Joe Perry.
It was really the passion of the game that brought him to this point in his life. He's been around basketball since he was maybe 19, 18 years old when he got out of high school. You know, this was his dream to do something involving coaching basketball.
Joe Perry is a career resource specialist in the Rhode Island market of Work Opportunities Unlimited. He's been on the job for over a year, but arrived with a solid background helping people, first as a teacher. It was at a local hospital working with people with disabilities where Joe started working on his current career.
This definitely is, helping people better their lives. You know, that's very important to me. I mean, it's something where I feel good when I go home and, after the whole day's through.
With Lee, Joe pursued coaching opportunities at several high schools, guiding the young man through the interview process. It was a process that took a year. When you contacted a potential employer, did you have to put it right out front that this man had a challenge to employment?
With most of my clients, I usually don't put anything up forward because you don't have to according to the law. But with some people that have obvious disabilities, whether it's like Lee coming in a wheelchair or another client who might be blind, walking around with a cane, you really have to try to form a relationship with that potential employer, and then before the meeting begins, you have to actually tell them what to expect.
Once the high school administration became convinced of Lee's drive and determination, the challenge was to convince them that he could handle the physical challenges involved in the coaching job.
You may have to demonstrate to some people on the team on how to do certain things physically. So, for me, it was important that we find an employer that can actually look through that and look beyond that and figure out ways to adapt his coaching skills to what he actually has to offer.
Joe left that interview hopeful that it would lead to a second one, but also preparing Lee to take what he learned from this interview and trying to get others. But then Lee got called back.
I called for that second interview, and just really the positive accolades that they talked about in describing Lee in that second interview, I definitely knew that was the time that he was going to get the position.
Was he able to go right in and perform in this job?
Yeah, he certainly did. He has the knowledge. He has the basketball knowledge in his head. He's been working at summer basketball camps at Providence College for almost 15 years.
Joe Perry showed his commitment to the client-employer relationship by attending games weekly when Lee was coaching. And he says that it's almost certain that Lee will be hired back for the next season. His perseverance taught him a lesson to be passed along to other team members at Work Opportunities Unlimited.
Try to actually go out there and try to teach employers to look outside the box. Somebody like Lee, he doesn't want to stay around in his apartment all day and just collect a Social Security check. He wants to go out there and contribute to society. I think that's something that more employers should really look at.
Joe Perry, part of Work Opportunities Unlimited's Sounds of Success. I'm Roger Wood.